Mm. Good morning or good afternoon, my crafty stampers. So it's Diane Evans from stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So if you are joining me through Facebook, welcome. And if you're joining through YouTube, make sure that you do say hello. Make sure you subscribe. And also remember to give the thumbs up. We really do appreciate when you do share your these videos as well. So today is the day that we're actually, what I'm doing is I'm collaborating with Judy Anderson, as I always do every single Monday morning. Well, I shouldn't be saying that because things might change a little bit just because of the holiday season coming up. But anyways, so today what we thought, or today and tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to do some gift cards. Now, my gift card's just a tiny bit different of a gift card. I've done it before and it's worked really well with different sort of things. But this one, I'm excited about this one because I'm using something from the J2D mini catalog. So also, don't forget about, and I'm just going to flip down. We're going to use this Stitch Snowflakes with the Merry Snowflakes die. But, don't forget about the great sale tomorrow that starts tomorrow. And that's on your cardstock, on stamp sets or stamp pads, and also some dies from the annual catalog. Great savings, 10, 15, and 20% off. What the best time to stock up, that's for sure. Okay, whoops. So let me just get going on this. All right. So like I say, we are using, we're issues here, that's for sure. We're going to be using the Merry Snowflakes. We're using the stamp set and the dies. These dies have embossed dies on there. They also have just cut out, but they're stitched. And anything that's stitched is something that I just absolutely love. I love any dies that are stitched, anything. I don't know what it is about it. I think it just adds a little bit more to it. So I really like that sort of stuff. So I am going to come in. I'm going to need a thing there. So, and I looked all over the place and I thought I had a particular gift card, and as it turned out, I didn't. So we're going to have to use a gift card. And I don't even think I have anything on this gift card anymore. So along with that, we're going to be using our Stitch So Sweetly dies as well, and our layering circle dies. Great mainstays, the Stitch So Sweetly and the layering circle dies. Another thing that we're using are the wintry, these are the embossing folders that there's one with fronds or boughs, I guess is right, the right word, and these snowflakes, and they come as two, and these are the ones that go in our mini cut and emboss machine. So really good ones, and they're going to be around for a bit because they're in our annual catalog. All right, so I'm going to bring in my cardstock. I've already gone ahead and cut quite a bit, and I've scored a bit of it. So, but I'll show you and I'll explain this. And also there'll be a link below, especially on the YouTube part here. And this I do know is going on to a blog post as well. So I have my Misty Moonlight, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I always fold into the mountains. So let's just go ahead and get that good and scored. I'll come in with my bone folder. Good morning, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, right? All right. And then I did cut out the largest Stitch So Sweetly die in the Misty Moonlight. And I also did cut out another piece that was, and I'm just looking at my measurements here. This piece is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've gone ahead and scored a 1/4 inch on each side. I have a piece of basic white, and this is 2 5/8 by 3 3/4. Weird size, I know, but it fits right onto this size here. So that's the reason why I did that. So you can see how I kind of die cut the stuff out. So I've got a circle that's cut from here. And then I also cut out another circle that's just a tiny bit smaller than that one. And then I've cut out this. Now I want to show how this gets done. So it's this particular die, and I'm actually going to go ahead and cut one out. I don't think I'll get it out of that piece, so just grab the extra piece here. and my mini cut and emboss. It's so nice when you do get a die that you can cut and emboss at the same time. So this just goes like this. So let me just go ahead and put that in on there. So I'm just going to put this, and this is a bit too long, so I'm just going to trim that off so that it'll go through my mini cut and emboss, right? And the nice thing about this too, I guess you could use the outside part because it has stitches on the outside of it as well. So it's just going to line up just like so. Just like that. I'll just put this on and then we'll run that through. And I just, like I say, I just wanted to show you that. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, so I just put that out of the way. I thought it was best that I do all this cutting ahead of time, but see how beautiful that is? I don't know how you can see that. Let me just see how it is stitched and everything. So it really is really a neat way of cutting and embossing all at the same time. And all of these snowflakes, there's quite a few of those that work like that. They have this one and this one works like that. And then on the other side, let's see, they have, this is like for corners or for in here as well. And then this is embossed. So it's really kind of cool. It's a great die cut. And I've started playing with it. I played with it a while before, but wow, it's really kind of cool. All right, so there's that. And then let's go ahead and start making this card. I also went and I cut one of these other ones out of our silver foil, and it's going to go on there as well. So let's get going, like I say. So this is scored, like I say, at 1/4 on 3 sides. Just going to make sure there's a really good, thanks, Becky. And then I am going to take my paper snips. I'm just going to cut in here. We're just going to cut this part out. Cut this part out. And you know, I'm going to actually just do a tiny bit of a cutting it like there. And then I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. And we're going to use our tear and tape. Now these are cut a little, well, they're 1/4 inch, but this is our 1/4 inch tear and tape, but it's just a tiny bit too big. I'm going to show you how we can fix that up. Just going to put that all on here. All right, let's see. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to take this, it's going to go on the back of this. So I'm just going to take this off and this off and take them all off. And I'm using the silicone mat because I know it's gone over a little bit on the edge. And what you want to do is just basically turn it over onto itself. And then that way you get it all so that it's not going to stick where you don't want it to stick, right? So I'm just going to put that down like that, and I'm going to stick that onto there. And I'm just going to put this one onto here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the back side of our Stitch So Sweetly die, and I'm just going to put this, I can see Not that you're really going to see this part, but I just wanted to trim that part off. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this up towards the top of this. And I'll come in with my bone folder. And there, that's how that looks just on the front. All right, so now, like I say, I went and I put these snowflakes on the top. So I thought, well, what better place than putting the sentiment, because this is actually going to go on here like this and up fairly close to the top. So on this particular one, it has Merry Everything. So that's what I'm actually going to put onto the bottom of this. We just hope I can get this straight. So, all right. So I'm just going to see if this is straight. Not too bad. So now I'm going to just go and put that. I'm going to put this silicone mat down here so I can see it. And I'm just going to check to make sure we're not going to have any halos. And then that's just going to go like that. There we go. All right, so this is going to go on there. It's part of it. Okay, now another thing what we want to do is, this is the inside of the card. So we could put any kind, whoops, I just went and put that right on top of my ink pad. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink up one of these beautiful snowflakes. And I better put my, and I'm just going to put that down there on the corner. And we're just going to let that dry. All right. Now, another thing that we want to do is we want to go in, and this is the part that's going to go on the front of this part here. So I want to go in with my stamps. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight, but I'm going to stamp it off 3 times. I could have used Balmy Blue, but I found it was just a tiny bit off. There. There we go. And I think that should be enough on here. We could always go back in and put a little bit more on there. So that's going to go onto this part right here. And this piece here is 2 5/8. I'm not sure if I told you, by 3 3/4. And it just lies just inside that stitching on there. All right, so another thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this on here. Now, I want to put this on with dimensionals. However, in order to do this next thing, I don't want it to be popping up because I don't want to have a hard time getting it in. So I'm just putting a tiny bit of snail on here. And I'm going to get it a little unstuck. And I just want to put this on here like this. Whoops, make sure that's in the center. Then I'm going to bring in this punch. And I want this little hole here. So I'm going to turn it upside down because I want to make sure I can get it in there. This is the dual tag punch, a dual, I can't remember what it's called. I looked it up and I still can't remember after I looked it up. So I'm just pushing that right in there. You'll see I've got some of the white and some of the blue in there. And then I've got a hole there. And now I can go in and put my dimensionals on there. And I'm going to put it off to the side here. Let's just put this up here. Just like that. Now, how we're going to decorate this is I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here as well. But I want to put it on with dimensionals. So I'll put a couple of dimensionals on here. Yeah, I'll put 3 on. Like I say, you can never have too much. A decorative trio punch, it's something dual trio punch or something like that. I'm not sure what it's called. I know I kind of looked. Anyways, that's going to go on there like that. And then I'm also going to go ahead and put a mini dimensional on here, or a smaller dimensional. I think I'll just take one from the side here. Kind of don't want it showing. Let's see what I've got. I don't mind the center showing. I just don't want some of this showing. And then this is just going to go on here. All right. Let's see. Put that like that. All right. You're going, what is she doing? All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach this to the front of this. Remember, this is the one that has the pouch on the back. Just going to put this. Let's see. Is that going to work okay? Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to put this on here. And now this is going to go onto here. So I can go ahead and start putting this onto the card. See, I put that into my stamp pad. I don't want Santa showing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a funny thing about captions. Okay, detailed trio punch. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, the closed captions are quite funny. And of course, it doesn't help when I don't enunciate very well. So, all right. So we're getting close. We're getting real close. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to bring in that gift card. Now, where did I put it? Okay, we've got it there. Now, this is the fun part. So I really wanted some Misty Moonlight ribbon, and I had issues. I couldn't find any Misty Moonlight ribbon, and I know we can color our ribbon. So this ribbon here, and this is the striped grosgrain ribbon, works great with the Misty Moonlight blend. And which one did I use on this one? I used the light Misty Moonlight. So all I did was just go in, and it even covered up these stripes. And like I say, it colored my ribbon. So just like that. So I hadn't used very much of this ribbon. So I thought now I can go ahead and I can color some of this ribbon. So we kind of want that part to dry. Maybe I'll help it along and bring in my heat gun and just sort of just get that part just a little bit dry. Now, when you use the blending brushes onto ribbon, it tends to make your ribbon quite stiffer. So all I do is I just play with it a bit just to get it so that it's not quite so bad. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to take this ribbon. I wondered if I cut enough. Yeah, I cut enough. And I'm just going to come in and cut this. I think I left my ribbon scissors upstairs again. Thought I brought them down. Well, my rubber scissors work great. And all we're going to do, and we're just going to actually, we're going to use a glue dot to act as a finger because we don't have that extra person in the studio. So let me just go and put this here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just putting this glue dot right here. And I'm just going to pull this down like this. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to have, I'm thinking to myself, what do I want to do? I thought this would be so pretty using with it. So we're going to try to use that. So this is going to go like this up through here. Just like this. Oops. I want both of those to go through, so I'm going to feed them through both at the same time. I had actually done this gift card last year. One similar to this, of course. Now, that's going to go on there like this. All right. And then I'm just going to come with this. And I'm hoping that this will work. Just going to come in and tie this in a knot to begin with. And I want to tie a bow afterwards, so I'm going to come in with a little bit more. So let's just see, is that enough? Yeah, that'll be enough. So I'm just going to put that like that. Right. And then I'm just going to turn this around. And we're going to tie this into a bow. So I'll just use my bunny ears and do it like this. I'm hoping this isn't too coarse. I could use my crinkled ribbon, but I really want the sparkle, because to me the sparkle is, it's nice to have that sparkle because of the snowflakes and everything else. So let me go and cut this piece off. Give it a little bit of room. And let's tie that in a tighter bow. Like I've always said, bows are so great as long as you tie them tight. So that's going to go like that. And let's just trim this off. Another trim off. Okay, and of course we want to make sure that these are trimmed properly. But isn't that amazing with that grosgrain ribbon, how you can do that? There we go. Okay, so now what's going to happen is this goes down here like so. And then this is going to go onto my card front. But let's go ahead and put the inside in. Now, like I say, if I want to put a sentiment on there, I could. I think there's some great sentiments, but I'm not sure exactly who this is going to. If this is going to go to a younger person, I would do it a little bit different. So I'm not going to attach that because I want to definitely put that on there. So now this is going to go on here onto the front like so. So let me go ahead and we are going to put dimensionals onto the back here. And I'm going to pop it up. Like that. And when I did this last year, I had attached something similar like this to the coffee makers. So this is just going to go on here like so. And then, of course, we have to add embellishments. And the perfect embellishments to use are these blue adhesive dots. So let's see, I've got real big ones there. I'll go ahead and use a big one. Oops. I'm going to put that right in the middle there. It's got a lot of bulk to it, so just letting you know. And then let's put another one of these small ones. We can put one here. Whoops. These are really sticky. Now, I wonder, do I have another one that's, or is this one too big? I'm just going to put this down here. All right. So there's my gift card. Using, like I say, using these beautiful Mary snowflakes this with the dies, this stitched. Remember, when you buy it as a bundle, you save your 10%. This comes like this. There goes your card, and then they can go and use that regift that out for another card as well. So that just goes back down there. You could put it off to the side there if you want. You could keep it in the middle. I think I'll just keep mine in the middle there for now. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think that it's a unique type um, gift card holder. So, like I say, thank you very much. Do not forget about the fantastic seasonal sale that starts tomorrow. You can get your cardstock at 10% off. You can get stamp pads at 15% off and dies from the annual catalog at 10% or 20% off. I know Judy and I both have those attached to our blogs and different media that we have. There's a lot of different things that you can, combine it with. Make sure that you do reach out to either Judy or I, and then that way you can make sure you get those sales. But anyways, I hope you like that, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.